guys, we're gonna be reacting to terra again, guys. My favorite YouTuber. Ecosystem, of course. Okay, which video should I react? Last time we reacted to the nocturnal thing. Like, we should do a part. Oh, wait a minute. Should we do this one? Can't wait. We can do this. Okay.
All the time it needs to grab you and eat. It may take you a couple of seconds to realize that there's a camouflaged mantis here, but that's all the time it needs to grab you and eat you alive. Yep, there's mantises that have learned to.
Yo, that's so cool. Like, bro, can you even see that thing, bro? Bro, that blends it so well.
They imitate flowers so well that they grow literal petals on their arms, all just to trick bugs into walking near them.
Yo.
Apparently, I can get 4 different variations of them online.
Bro, $100. Oh my god, bro, those are expensive.
So hey, I guess let me buy them.
Bro, 4 tiny little packs are $100. Like, one is 100, so then $400. Oh my god,
Because of their
damn.
fantastic one-day delivery, the next day I got the package. Inside was 4 little containers, each with their own mantis. There was 2 of these pink and white flower mantises. There was 1 dead moss-looking mantis, and also 1 black mantis, which doesn't really blend in with anything in nature, so I don't know why this was included in the camouflage pack, but I'll make it work. For the builds, I'm going to take out 4 enclosures and start spraying the backs of them, all of course with some
Yeah,
which I then
every
covered in
character
dirt and
video
moss,
uses
and I did that
spray
to every
foam.
single enclosure. I then even went and added some little spray foam mounds on the backs of each background, so they all had some depth and variation to them. Now from here, I'm going to create the camouflage bases of each enclosure, starting first with the 2 pink and white flower mantises. For these guys, I started by filling up their enclosures with dirt and then touching some smaller sticks hanging along the back of it. I eventually want to get pink and white flowers all over this, but for now, we're just making...
Probably like orchids are the best one. Pink orchids and white orchids, like, they're the best.
Base. I then use some of this green moss to hang off the ends of all of the sticks. We don't want to use too much of this stuff though, because the mantises don't really blend in that well with it. Then for the starting enclosure, we're going to put in those same dirt and sticks, but as you can see, this mantis evolved to have more of a pattern that matched this tan dead moss. So this time I put a ton of that moss everywhere along the branches. Then for the floor, you guessed it, more tan stuff like dead leaves, some more moss, sticks, and pine cones. But I feel like this enclosure is still kind of missing something, and to be honest, I've kind of ran out of all of the tan materials. So I'm just gonna head outside, and as you can see back here, there's a ton of these like dead flower things, but they look exactly like the mantis. So let me pick off a few and take them inside. But you see, I don't want to just shove these into the enclosure because there's a chance that there's some deadly bacteria and parasites on them. So to kill all that stuff, I preheated my oven to 250 degrees, lined the sticks up on a baking sheet, and slid it inside.
Bro,
basically because
those are gonna turn more dead, bro.
Temperature is so high, it's gonna kill all the bacteria and stuff on here, so we can put this in the enclosure. Alright, it's been in there for like 30 minutes, so let's just pull this out.
Yeah, some of them are burnt.
It's looking nice and crispy. Maybe a little too crispy. That one looks like it just caught on fire, actually. Anyways, I put those around the enclosure, and then it was done. Now, finally, onto the black mantis's base. And as you know, this guy doesn't really blend in that well with normal stuff, because, like, nothing in nature is black, really. But I'm not gonna let that stop me, because I actually have an idea. So what I did was go outside and started to saw a few branches off of some trees. Once I had collected a few of them, I laid them down along a metal sheet as they were now ready for my experiment.
Bro, that's kind of smart, bro. Like, instead of buying, you can just use like the free stuff in nature.
Hello to a blowtorch.
Oh, that's so giant.
$20, and you don't need a license or anything. I don't really know how to use this thing, but basically I just want to burn
giant.
the wood so it's black. So
Bro, oh, I can't talk, bro. Okay, the blowtorch I like has like it's smaller than this thing, bro. What is the monstrous thing?
Just try it out. So that's what I did. Basically, the sticks catch on fire for just a second, which is just enough time for them to turn black. I also decided to burn them one by one in order to not accidentally start a giant bonfire in my house. I then put all this black wood around the enclosure and kind of just stuffed the larger pieces in the top of the sticks, and there we go. There we go. Looks pretty good now, but I think we can go even darker. And we do that, of course, by once again getting the blowtorch, and we're just gonna go along the background and just kind of set it to fire.
Bro, it's catching fire. Oh my god.
To all of you watching, make sure not to try this at home if you're not a trained professional. And if you're wondering, no, I'm not a trained professional, and I'm literally doing this in my house. So Alright, there we go. It kind of just looks like a forest fire went off here, but... Anyways, the next
Well,
step is
even
to put some
smoke is
plants
coming
in.
out.
And this is
Okay,
where the
plants.
camouflage ability of each mantis is really going to come alive. So I drove to Home Depot because I heard they had just restocked their plant selection. Oh dang, look at all the plants here. Wait, all these flowers are actually perfect. There's so many pink
Yeah, those are
ones. For the pink
perfect.
flower mantises, I of course got some pink
Whoa, why
flowers
did
and a
you
couple
buy
white
this?
flowers. For
No,
the dead
the
moss
one-
mantis, there wasn't much to choose from,
the
but I ended up
little
getting
one
this
was-
one, which was kind of the same color. And finally, I just got a green plant for the black mantis because there wasn't any black plants actually. When I got home, I of course got out all the plants and started by just putting them in the first two
Bro, why
flower
is that look so
enclosures. But I still
beautiful?
feel like I gotta make these two enclosures way more pink. And went up to this pink tree.
Oh my god, wait, is that
Petals all over it.
is
Looked like
that
a good color, so I grabbed a few of
sakura
them and
tree,
scattered them
bro? I
along
don't
both
know.
of my enclosures. Now, when I put one of the pink flower mantises up to the flowers and let them climb onto it, it's almost like it completely disappeared. Anyways, now it's time for this third enclosure. Remember, I got this plant for this enclosure, so I kind of just picked off parts of it and planted it along the soil all around the enclosure. And as you
So
can
wait,
see,
why does
this
that
mantis
kind of
blends
fit?
in all right with this, but it's actually going to be mostly used as just a way to climb up to some moss where she really blends in. All right, that looks good. And now time for the black enclosure for the black mantis. For this, I just got a green plant because obviously there's no such thing as a black plant, or wait, actually, there might be a thing as a black plant.
Oh no,
That leaves there. Turn on the blowtorch, and I guess just see what happens. Just start lighting it a fire. And as you can see, when I burned this plant, it actually was turning black, but also had a slight side effect that it was completely getting disintegrated, and the structure of it all fell apart. Yeah, I don't know if I can use that actually. So I just stuck to my original plan and put the plant smack dab in the center of the enclosure. Yeah, it doesn't really match, but to be honest, it's kind of cool and adds a little bit of nice contrast to this burned wasteland look. And with that, we can now finally put the mantises into their new home and see if their camouflage actually works on bugs. But
Okay.
quickly, first, I want to tell you guys about something. As you know, I'm always entering my information onto these random sketchy websites to buy pets for the videos. And I recently just learned that a lot of that info, like my name, phone number, and even address, can get sold to data brokers. These companies will then sell your information to shady
Oh my
advertisers,
God.
scammers, and more without
Oh
you
my
even knowing. That's why I'm so
That's
glad
what bro just exposed his phone number.
This video is sponsored by Incogni, because it's a service that
Incogni?
automatically
Wait, I have to
contacts over
download that.
230 data brokers and tells them to delete all of that information. And it keeps doing it even if your data comes back. In my case, I kept getting these random spam texts for weeks. So I signed up for Incogni and they showed me exactly which companies had my data and got it all deleted. Since using it, I haven't gotten a single spam text. So if you want to stay safe online, head to Incogni.
Yo, wait a minute. I can
code
go
terra, you
down
get
it. Download
60%
it.
off an annual plan, and it's completely risk-free for 30 days. Thank you, Incogni, for sponsoring this video. It's
Hey, I
genuinely a
need
service I
it,
think is
bro.
so useful,
Code
so
terra,
go check it out. But
okay.
anyways, let's go get these mantises fed. Now, as you can see, I've got 4 different tiers of food that get harder and harder to hunt. So let's start by first letting the little pink mantis go. There you go, boy. Come on. You gonna climb on? For the first food source for this guy, I'm going to be using literally the smallest animal they sold at the pet store. Extra small crickets, which is the size I never get for my videos because, I mean, look at them. They're like even smaller than my fingernail. But anyways, let's put
Yeah,
these
bro,
inside
those
the
are
enclosure.
so
Right away, one
small.
of the crickets started to climb along a flower. And I don't blame you if you couldn't see the mantis here because it's in its prime camouflage territory.
Yeah.
If us humans have trouble seeing a mantis like this, I can say for a fact that this cricket definitely couldn't see it, and it made a grave mistake of walking too close. The mantis quickly struck at the cricket, but missed. But the mantis wasn't going to let that stop him. So the next time the cricket came around, he charged up an attack and jumped off the... yeah, and that kind of just kept happening over and over. I guess they're scared of extra small crickets or something. Yeah, the mantis couldn't even get a hold of these. I'm giving extra small crickets a 1 out of 10. But for the next pink flower mantis, I'm going to be testing with him the next size up of crickets. We got some medium crickets. Let's see how these do in the enclosure. So I went and dumped some of the crickets in and then put the pink flower mantis in. And right away, I noticed that maybe I had put too many crickets in because the mantis was getting absolutely surrounded by them. In fact, he actually looked pretty scared and was trying to just stand still to blend in and not get seen by the crickets. And the entire 45 minutes of watching him in this enclosure, I didn't see him strike a single cricket. Well, I guess just crickets are not a food source that
he wasn't
like, so
hungry.
these get a 0 out of 10. Get this trash out of here. However, this next mantis is a bit bigger, and I'm 100% confident he's gonna eat the next food source. Let's go and put him in the enclosure. There you go, boy. Now for this guy, I'll be feeding him some dubia roaches. They're fast and hard to catch, but they're very nutritious. The mantis ended up up walking onto this plastic lid that I had put in the enclosure, so I ended up just putting the roaches on that. And literally instantly, the mantis noticed them and turned on his predator mode. Right away, he struck at them and missed. But he wasn't gonna let that stop him, because then he struck again.
Yo,
This time, he
wait,
got a
that's pretty
perfect hold on the
cool.
roach. Using their sharp
pretty
claws,
cool.
they basically hold the prey in place and lock them. So they can't.
Bro, see another
And with its
mantis,
alien
like,
mouth,
oh
it
my
sucks the
gosh.
juices out of the roach while it's still alive. Yeah, it's extremely brutal, and the whole time the
Yo.
roach was just squirming its little antennas around, but there was nothing it could do. There we go. That's what a mantis is supposed to do. So I think I'm gonna give the roaches 8 out of 10. And that's because I still think there's room for improvement with this black mantis, because I have one more prey I want to try and feed this. So I'm just gonna go and let this guy loose in the enclosure. For this guy, I'll be feeding him flightless fruit flies, which is the tiniest of all the preys I've had, meaning it's probably the hardest to catch. But I've also heard mantises love flies, so let's see. Now it turns out that doing that burnt wood for this enclosure was actually a good idea, because the mantis was just chilling on one of the sticks, waiting for a fly to walk by. And after leaving him alone for a minute, I actually came back to a flightless fruit fly in his hand. It's a pretty cool shot to see the black mantis on the
Yo, why does it kind of look like me eating a piece?
black fly contrasted with that white background. But I did kind of want to see him strike one of the flies, so I ended up putting him on a white lid and put a fly right up to his face. Right away, he struck at it, and yeah, he started eating this one.
That's so
Even though
cool.
mantises are just some simple little insects, I think they have one of the coolest eating processes out of
Yeah.
any animal. And yeah, even though all 4 of my mantises are still really small right now, they should grow up over the coming months and be way bigger soon. So I have a feeling they're gonna make a great addition to my pet collection. Make sure to like and subscribe to the video. By the way, this is my new
Okay,
dog.
guys,
His name's
Jet.
Yeah, he's kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, guys.
Alright, bye guys.
Okay, guys, I'm just gonna end the video here, guys. I hope you enjoy, like, and subscribe, and goodbye.